Baruch, good morning. The question comes up, who is obligated to listen to the blowing of the shofar on Rosh Hashanah? Who has an absolute obligation and who might not? So the halacha is based on our concept of any Torah mitzvah which is positive and it's time bound, women are exempt from. That would mean that men, whether one is a Kohen, a Levi, or Israel, or even a Ger, even a convert, are all equally obligated by the Torah to listen to the blowing of the shofar on Rosh Hashanah. Now, having said that, women and children are exempt from the Torah to listen to the blowing of the shofar. Again, a child only needs to do mitzvot as chinuch in order that he gets used to and educated to do the mitzvot when he's a bar mitzvah or a bat mitzvah. And a woman, again, shofar is a time-bound positive mitzvah, and women are exempt from that. So, what that means is that men are all obligated from the Torah and women not. Now, a woman who has, for many years, or even took upon herself to come to make sure to listen to the shofar. It is a proper thing to do, it's a nice thing to do, it's inspiration, it's teshuvah, it's a mitzvah of the day, definitely. Now, what happens if she's not able to get there 1 year? Whether she's busy with the kids, or she's not feeling well, or it's too far, whatever the case, it is not an issue at all, and she does not even need hatarat nedarim to annul her vow. Okay? Now, if she plans on, in the future, now she knows that every year it's not going to work out between the kids and health or whatever else the case is, then ideally she should either do hatarat nedarim, or her husband could have her in mind and do it by the hatarat nedarim by Erev Rosh Hashanah if he has that in mind. So again, women do not have an absolute obligation to listen to the blowing of the shofar. Women are exempt. Now comes a great question. Women that want to hear it, but they bring their children along with them to the Bet Knesset. Now, although there would not be any issue with that, however, if the children are going to be crying, making noise, and disturbing, so they're only making everyone lose out, because the men have an absolute obligation to listen to it, the women don't, and then they're bringing their children which are disturbing. If it's loud enough or enough of a disturbance, they could cause the men to not fulfill their Torah obligation of listening to the shofar. So it has to be weighed out. If a woman wants to come, she wants to bring her children, what age are they? Are they going to make noise? Are they going to disturb? It's very important that they think about this. Listening to the shofar alone is definitely allowed, or blowing it alone is definitely allowed if a person is sick or can't make it to a minyan on Rosh Hashanah. Now for a woman is also, it's nice for her to listen to the blowing of shofar on Rosh Hashanah. She can't make it. However, according to us Sfaradim, a bracha will not be made for her blowing. So, example, if I go and I want to blow for my wife, or I want to go blow for anyone that's not able to make it for the blowing of the shofar, you're allowed to, you're supposed to, it's a nice thing to do, it's not an absolute obligation. However, when you're blowing for a woman, whether it's 1 or 10 or 100, if it's only women, we do not make a bracha, again, because they're not obligated in the mitzvah. However, when you're visiting a sick man, whether at home or at the hospital even, and you blow, even for that one person, you will make a bracha, and if it's the first day, you'll also make a shechianu for him. So it's very important to know what our obligations are as men and women for the mitzvah of Tikiyat Shofar Bezrat Hashem. Tonight, Michal.